and good afternoon, my dear esteemed guests and subscribers. This is, of course, your guy, Lightliger here, and today I will be doing a sponsored review on this project called Yield.app, which is basically a CeFi service allowing you to deposit your stable coins like USDT and USDC alongside with Ethereum and basically earn interest on those assets over time. And as their slogan goes, DeFi banking in your pocket, discover the easiest way to earn interest in crypto. And as you know, there is some pretty lucrative rates on DeFi as of right now in terms of stable coins and Ethereum. But the problem there is actually the gas fees. So you have to have a considerable amount of money to basically cover those interest rates, which usually are lost in those simple gas fees, which you end up paying by using those services. A lot of people are just being priced out from actually earning interest on their assets, and that's where a lot of these CeFi services are very, very convenient, since there's no gas really involved outside from the actual deposit to use these services, and allowing you to earn pretty competitive interest rates. And there's obviously other benefits regarding yield, which we're going to be touching upon in this video. So as of right now, there is currently a web version available. In the future, it's going to be available on mobile, on Android and iOS devices. We're going to be looking into the web wallet in a second, but first I kind of want to talk about the features here and what are the competitive edges of Yield.app compared to its competition. Now, there's currently 3 different assets. We have 2 stable coins, USDT, USDC, Ethereum, and also their own token called Yield, which is available on a couple of different exchanges, which I'm going to be listing down below in the description in case you want to buy it. Now, the ideal thing here about it is that the standard rate here is 10% of all of these assets. And this is a pretty high rate for something like Ethereum. A lot of the competition are giving around 5 to 6% interest on Ethereum. For the stable coins, it's around 10%, and this can go even up to 20% with the actual holding of ULD, which is the native token here. And that's just been a lot of the mechanisms with a lot of these CeFi applications. Hold our token, get a lot of bonus interest. And that's a very lucrative because it will increase the level of the price of the actual native asset and creates a bit of a demand and obvious utility. Also, you will be getting 10% APY on the ULD as well on the service in case you're interested. So it's better to actually hold it on the service. Actually, you have to in order to get those better levels on these other assets. I talked to the actual owners and asked about, will there be other assets available in the future, and they said that depending on the community, there's going to be demand and probably going to be more assets which community would like to see basically be available in the future. There's also a calculator here, which we're going to be looking in a bit of a second. But I also want to talk about a couple of, platforms which I've basically talked about it: Yahoo Finance, Cointelegraph, NASDAQ, CoinDesk, and Bitcoin.com. These are real articles on basically on these platforms, and it's good to have some publications, people knowing about it. And if you're one of the early adopters, like if you were with Celsius or Nexo, you saw a pretty nice interest on the native assets. So I've always said that these are incredibly good investments, especially during the bear market, because they always will have utility, because they always will be paying interest on your underlying assets. And the actual token is available on AscentX, which is obviously BitMax now. I mean, that's the BitMax's new name, Uniswap, and BitThumb Global. And I have all my links down below, so you can basically buy it out. And basically there is the portfolio, which just allows you to let's just talk about when we actually get to the application. The minimum APY is 12% here and up to 20%. 20% on a lot of stable coins, I would say, is highly competitive. And especially if you're going to be getting anything higher than 5% on Ethereum, I would say is very, very high as well. And especially with the inflation right now, you want to really escape the underlying effect of, the appreciation and the store of value the dollar is right now is just weakening. So you really want to fight against that inflation curve. And basically, you can use cash or crypto basically to deposit. So if I believe right, you can deposit from your bank account, debit card, or you're from crypto card directly. So in case you don't have any stable coins and you don't want to go through the expenses of getting them from Uniswap, and you can just basically buy it with your card and you can just deposit those assets there in a very easy way. Now, one of the good things about it is that is basically insured. And that's not something a lot of services actually give you. So basically, if there is going to be a hack, if something's going to be going horribly wrong, all of your money that you're holding on the Yield app is basically protected by the ULD insurance fund, which is a very, very bullish signal. Not all of these CeFi services actually have insurance. They may have a partial insurance, but for the most part, this is a very, very good thing. The utility token can give you an APY from 12% to 20% and up to 10% APY on your ULD. So that's a very good thing here. And to start investing, so there is a minimum investment here of $100. And being completely honest, dabbling with Ethereum assets, you probably wouldn't want to deposit anything less. So in case you, but I think you can deposit like $50, but you're not going to be accruing interest on it yet until you're going to be getting $100. I'm going to be getting that clarification from the actual team. I'm going to write somewhere in the description in the comments. And we're going to be quickly going through the About tab. So there's a lot of big different partners here. Bitco, for example, TrustSwap, apparently, Merkle Finance. So there's a lot of, companies who have basically invested in Yield, insured wallets, transparency through blockchain, smart contract audits, and there's actual a team with real LinkedIn profiles, so it's not some made up stuff here. And then there's advisors even on board. And let's now go into a bit of the token, and then we're going to be jumping into the platform. So the Yield app is basically using the ULD, which is basically underlying asset here. And this can, upgrade, as we already keep saying, 20% for your other assets and 10% on ULD itself. And basically, it's on available BitMax. We already went through that. And here are some of the tiers. So these are the interest rates you're going to be getting. So 0 to 4,999 is going to be getting you 2% bonus. And basically around every 5,000 tokens, you're going to be getting an interest. And at 20,000 tokens, you're going to be getting that maximum bonus, which is 10 plus 10, meaning that it's going to be 20%. Now, the actual APY on the ULD itself also is going to be increasing as more ULD you will be holding, basically. You can calculate everything here. So let's say I'm going to be investing 0.5 Ethereum, and I hold 5,000 yield. And this would basically be my interest here, bonus APY. And this would be my APY on yield and 20% APY on Ethereum as well, so 0.05. So not bad at all, not bad at all. And probably there's going to be other utilities here. There's also a refer a friend project coming out very soon, which I will be probably updating in the actual description once that out. So in case there's a referral link for from me there, please use it. But let's get into the actual application. So I'm going to be logging in, and this site is, by the way, available on French and Chinese. So we're going to be logging into the application. It's going to be an email login, and basically after that, you get into the interface, and it does require KYC. Now, that is pretty much a standard on every CeFi service. I don't know a single one which doesn't ask a KYC. You're not actually able to give insurance, as far as I know, without KYC process. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. There's 2 tiers of KYC, level 1 and level 2. Level 2, basically, if I remember right, has a proof of address for you. And level 1, basically, is just requiring your, identity card and a selfie. Now, there's a 2FA possibility here, which is very important, obviously, because you want to have extreme security around your funds. This platform is actually in English, French, Chinese, Spanish, I think this is Indian or Indonesian, and Russian. So a lot of languages being supported there. So basically you can see earnings, and I think these are paid on a daily basis, which is also very good. Some of the services give you on a monthly, some are daily, some are weekly. So there are a lot of differences between them, and I always recommend people to do comparisons between those. And then here's that wallet, which shows you all of your funds and all the tokens that are being here. In order to deposit here, you have to actually verify your identity. So you have to do the KYC first before you're able to withdraw. Or apparently I can withdraw already, but there's nothing on the actual thing. The withdrawal fee is actually 30 ULD. What is the withdrawal fee for the actual stable coins is also very important. So it's going to be 20 USDC. And that is, I think it's a very fair number when you really think about it for the long term, given out that a lot of exchanges have 30 to 15 right now. I don't know if those numbers are going to be adjusting alongside with gas fees. So I may believe that once the gas fees go down, we could expect perhaps a lower withdrawal fees on 0.01.4 Ethereum right now as for Ethereum. So I do believe that these are not like standard flat fees, and I do believe that there's going to be perhaps adjustments as the gas fees go down or upwards. So pay in mind that. And also it's very important to understand that, as I kept saying, there might be other assets here in the future. Maybe in future also ULD can use to pay up some of the transaction costs, or the withdrawal fees are going to be going down if you hold more of it. So I can see a lot of value proposition for the token itself, given for the long term, if this platform is going to be staying competitive. Now there's also a portfolio feature, which is basically the same thing we're seeing right now. My current APY on the ULD and APY on my current investments as well, and all the history and the reward tabs. And obviously I'm going to be signing up myself, but just decided to do the video without the actual verification, because that obviously always takes time. And then there's the swap ULD, so I can actually also swap, hey, I want to, I'm no longer bullish on the stable coins, and I'm just going to be putting my 500 USDT into ULD. So I can basically swap in the service, and this will be basically, to my understanding, free. So I can exchange between assets on the service, hopefully in the future. There's going to be other swaps, so I can maybe swap my USDT into USDC, for example. These are a lot of the things I would love to see in the future. Then there's the settings tab, which goes into help and support, security. And then there's the user profile, which includes my name and email. And then there's also a help tab, which goes into like the minimum things. So currently the minimum amount for an initial deposit is set at $100. And the minimum investor threshold for allowing from Yield.app to manage portfolio is equal to $100. And that is obviously because they obviously borrow that money and use DeFi things to basically accrue the interest for you. So basically, that's why they need a lot of capital there to basically earn that interest and make it worthwhile. But that is pretty much my rundown of Yield.app. You can find all the links and all the descriptions down below. The basic rundown. Hopefully you learned something about here today, and maybe you're going to be trying it out yourself. And if you do, please leave your feedback in the comment section below, and I will be bidding you farewell now. Thanks for watching.